Welfare Division wants to strengthen its hand against fathers who neglect to pay child support. More than 700 prospective students apply to State College in anticipation of 2015 CXC CSEC results and a small business development fund for the Kalinago territory. I am Edona and Baptiste with the Channel 5 News. Details coming up.
This is freedom, this is life. Happiness is all I'm seeking. Carpe diem, I'm seizing every day, not just the weekend. Here's to all the good times that
when you can afford what you crave, life just gets so good.
I'm so alive and I'm feeling good, so good, so good, so good. Hey,
KFC, so good for everyone.
Introducing the Ashley Collection at Quartz. Quartz has joined with Ashley Furniture, the #1 selling home furnishings brand in America, to bring you the most extraordinary furniture selection at unbeatable prices. It's now easier than ever before to find that perfect furniture piece for your home. And what's more, you can add that special touch with the right accent piece from our range of designer accessories from Ashley. Create the perfect look for your home with the Ashley Collection at Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home. Visit the new Ashley Gallery at our Roseau store.
Here's a cool way to make some quick cash with the Dominica National Lottery. Simply go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Dominica National Lottery, and like our page. Fill out a simple form and that's it. Every week, one lucky fan will win $250. Yep, 250 big ones just for liking our page. How cool is that? So what are you waiting for? Hurry to facebook.com/Dominica National Lottery and start winning. Draw takes place every Friday.
Dating a minor is unacceptable.
Having sex with a minor is unacceptable.
For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
A world leader in manufacturing for the cutting professional, Makita's very own diamond blades provide maximum efficiency for coring, cutting, and polishing all types of masonry.
Another good product put out again by Makita.
Longer life, durability, optimum performance. Makita diamond blades provide a powerful edge that lasts.
Nothing nicer than having a good blade.
Go beyond the ordinary. Go with Makita.
Welcome back. First up, head of the Social Welfare Division wants a policy which will strengthen the hand of that government arm to get negligent fathers to make child support payments. Part of the responsibility of the Social Welfare Division is to look after the interests of vulnerable children. Recently appointed Acting Chief Welfare Officer Leroy Morvan says single mothers visit his office almost on a daily basis, pleading for assistance because of lack of support from the fathers of their children.
As we speak now, I wish we had a little more power, but in truth and in fact, the most that we can do is urge the fathers to take on their responsibility. Sometimes the parents would come to us and tell us, well, you know, this gentleman is the father of my child and he has neglected the child, he has not been assisting, I am not working. We write letters to the fathers, ask them to take on their responsibility. Some of them, they do respond, but in many cases, they neglect or they just look at our letter and just throw it aside. They don't worry for us. And now in that regard, we do not have much power to take any further action.
What obtains now is that a mother can take court action against her child's father, after which a magistrate orders him to pay child maintenance on a consistent basis.
But what we do is we encourage the mothers to take court action against the fathers, and sometimes we'd go to the court, you know, to ask support to the mothers, and if we need to, maybe the magistrate might want to know, did you go to the welfare division? Did the welfare division try to meet the father and to encourage him and so on? So we're there as a means of support to say, well, yes, we do assist the mothers in that regard.
How often than not that you would have to intervene in a situation like that and the father would be willing to pay child support?
Very seldom you find fathers are willing, even when, well, some of them, the mothers take them to court and they would get the summons to come to court and they do not show up.
Morvan says welfare officers follow up to try to locate fathers to encourage them to pay, but there is not much they can do.
But in a lot of cases, we are not being successful in making contact with the fathers because, you know, some of them, they change address, you do not know where they live and so on. Even when the police too have to give out the warrants, sometimes when they go, the address that the mother knew the man had before has changed, so you'll find that the warrants are not being served.
But in terms of handling situations like that, you'd wish that the welfare division had more authority to do more?
Yes, at least we ourselves maybe could file the matter against the man if the mother doesn't, and, you know, take him to court and so on. But again, that is not in law where we can do that on our own. So maybe I hope with some sort of reform of the law, something like that, we could have a little more power, and then we may be able to be more effective in that part of the duty.
Prime Minister Skerrit promised in 2011 that his administration was reviewing the child maintenance law. That reviewed legislation was expected to get fathers to pay child maintenance fees through salary deduction. Some 700 prospective students have applied to the Dominica State College so far, as the college expects more to enroll on the release of CSEC results. CXC CSEC results were released on Thursday night via CXC's website student portal.
We already have in excess of 700 students who have indicated that they will be coming, meaning that they have applied, they have brought in their application fee, their passport size pictures, and other documentation. All we are waiting for is CSEC to release their results, and then we will have a steady flow. So we are pleased having already 700. We are very much aware that there are some students who feel they are not secure enough to apply before they do their CSEC results, so we expect that to increase.
The college will host orientation sessions for new entrants starting August 24th.
The deadline for students to bring in their CSEC results is on Tuesday, the 18th of August, and we need them to do that because school reopens, classes begin from 1st of September, and some students tend to think when school reopens, then they will come, but no, we start classes, serious classes from 1st of September, so we really would like all our students who are coming in to bring in their application completed by Tuesday, the 18th.
In more top stories, Prime Minister Skerrit has assured Dominicans that his administration will not be wild and reckless with the country's limited resources. More in this report.
The Prime Minister was speaking at the second in a series of town hall meetings in the Kalinago territory on Thursday. Cabinet went to the Kalinago territory to explain to the people what government was attempting to do in this year's budget and to respond to questions and concerns. The Prime Minister said we would be flirting with danger if as a nation we embarked on policies beyond our reach and scope in a volatile economic environment.
Prudence is important, and when you have scarce resources, you have to manage them in a responsible and prudent manner. And this is what the government of Dominica has been saying to our people in this country. And as I said in the budget statement, this party in government built the new Dominica, and we most definitely will not be the party in government that wrecked the economy of this country.
Mr. Skerrit said the budget presented 2 weeks ago was a reflection of our times, the times in which we live, describing it as a sobering time for those seeking to propel economic development.
That small economies like ours are influenced by and depend heavily on what happens in the regional and international arena to help shape our fortune. The reality now is that the global economy has not fully recovered, and it is not recovering at the rate that all of us would have forecasted and hoped for. Currently, there is the unfolding of an election campaign in the United States of America. And those of you who follow these things on CNN, NBC, Fox News, etc., would observe that candidates are finding it very difficult to navigate issues relating to the boosting of the economy. Donald Trump, Jeb Bush, Hillary Clinton, and their counterparts are talking about all sorts of things, but not about sustainable job creation, affordable housing, and healthcare, social upliftment, etc., etc. The reason for this is very simple. There are no quick fix solutions that can be employed in this economic environment.
In other news, residents of the Kalinago territory have been encouraged to take advantage of technical and financial support in the area of small business development made available under the 2015-2016 national budget.
Minister for Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development announced a $500,000 Kalinago Small Business Development Fund at a Kalinago Town Hall meeting Thursday night. Rosalind Paul said the Kalinago territory was among the first communities to benefit from rural-based development centers.
When we say rural-based development centers, we are referring to the utilization of existing facilities in rural communities towards business incubation and enterprise development. Pilot programs or pilot RBDCs in various business development areas have already started in Granby, in Pebush, and right here in Siniku. The Siniku Resource Center is used as an incubation center in catering services, tour guiding, auto mechanics, and sewing. So even right here, we have started, we are one of the first communities to benefit from the rural-based development centers.
7 other communities will benefit from the Rural-Based Development Center program this year.
0.5 million will go towards capacity building, training, and education program, both for clients of the Small Business Development Unit and participants of the Rural-Based Development Centers. During this financial year, the ministry will also, through consultation development, legislation, and policies for micro, small, and medium enterprises, improve public-private sector partnerships, collaborate for implementation of an action plan for expanding manufacturing and agro-industry, and provide support to emerging cottage industries, garment industries, and creative industries. The ministry will also be implementing a program of business acceleration through hand-holding and mentoring that is expected to lead at least 10 to 12 selected small businesses to the level of export readiness.
You are watching Channel 5 News. We'll be back in a moment.
Here's a cool way to make some quick cash with the Dominica National Lottery. Simply go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Dominica National Lottery, and like our page. Fill out a simple form and that's it. Every week, one lucky fan will win $250. Yep, 250 big ones just for liking our page. How cool is that? So what are you waiting for? Hurry to facebook.com/Dominica National Lottery and start winning. Draw takes place every Friday.
Let's be conscious and beware. The climate is changing everywhere. Let's promote more healthy lands to withstand the change at hand. Grow and plant a tree. Let's restore the forest be a lot more conservative with our farming practices. Keep our environment more clean and green. Put an end to all the polluting. For it is our natural beauty we promoting. Let us be resilience against the hurricanes. Stronger homes in our communities, make a change. Let us be proactive. Rally, rethink, rally, respond, and oppose the pollution. Promote more water conservation. Whoa. Rally, rethink, rally, respond. Plants around the river banks, sustain the water on the land. Yeah, yeah.
Climate change is real. Our actions do matter. Rally, rethink, respond. A message from the OECS and USAID.
Outside the Box presents the 2nd annual Mr. Caribbean competition at the Arawak House of Culture on Saturday, August 29, 2015 from 8 p.m. with contestants from Antigua and Barbuda, Grenada, Guyana, Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Dominica. Tickets available at Prima Donna and Dons and Divas, only $50. Don't miss it.
I am Junior Thomas, Dominica's representative in the Mr. Caribbean pageant. Greetings to the beautiful people of Dominica on behalf of all the 2015 Mr. Caribbean contestants.
I love family traditions, don't you? The fun you have when you're all together, preparing a meal that you'll all enjoy. Having the right kitchen appliances help bring it all together, and you can find them at Quartz. Appliances that give you more, fridges that keep food fresher, stoves that cook meals better. At Quartz, you get the world's best brands at the best prices. I love that, and you will too. For small and large kitchen appliances, Quartz, bringing value home.
Summer 2015 is blazing hot, and Marpin 2k4 just made it hotter with special deals on our internet service. Sign in for PingNet between July 27th and September 4th to serve with us and get half off installation and half off your modem. Pay your outstanding balance and get reconnected for free and get half off your first monthly bill. Get even more when you sign up this summer during our PingNet promotion, as Marpin 2k4 will give some lucky customers an extra reason to smile with our giveaways. Come visit us at our Roseau location to get on board our fast and reliable service. It's time to serve.
It's a summertime affair in the atmosphere.
Thanks for staying with us. As communities of Kalibishi, Benz, Ansdimi, and Ansolda, formerly known for agriculture, are being transformed into a more diversified economy, effective policing is becoming more important.
Housing Minister Reginald Ostry, speaking on behalf of the Prime Minister, said as the economy becomes more diversified, the community becomes more complex, requiring a more stable environment for businesses to thrive. Addressing the opening of a $2.7 million police station in Kalibishi this week, Ostry said with the number of small businesses in the growing community of Kalibishi, safety and security concerns had to be addressed. Crime control efforts by government include house searches and uniformed patrols, increased vehicle checkpoints, and active searches for illegal drugs and firearms. There has also been increased Coast Guard patrols and use of CCTV cameras in policing major events.
My government will continue to place necessary emphasis on the training of police officers. Last financial year, in excess of 200 police officers were trained locally, regionally, and internationally. Police officers continue to receive training in intelligence gathering and analysis, drug interdiction, and cybercrime investigations. This year, 4 police officers received expert training in fingerprint analysis, and very shortly we should begin training of 38 recruits to help with these ongoing efforts.
On the education scene, recipient of a 5-year DOWASCO scholarship expressed gratitude to the company for helping her reach one step closer to her goal of educational success.
On Friday, scholarships worth $750 of school supplies were presented to a child of an employee of DOWASCO and a customer. Commissioner Eli of the Kalinago territory will be attending the Casabru Secondary School, and Zidan Lockhart of Trafalgar will be attending the St. Mary's Academy.
You have enlightened my financial burden, which allows me to focus more on the most important aspects of school learning. Your generosity has inspired me to help others and give back to the community. I hope one day I will be able to help students achieve their goals, just as you have helped me. Once again, thank you very much.
Many will give anything to get this opportunity, so I will promise to make the most out of it. Thank you very much.
General Manager of DOWASCO says with the help of the government of Dominica, they can invest in human resource development.
The government of Dominica is seeking to ensure that we develop our human resources by providing necessary support for education in this country and education even outside of Dominica, that is referring to tertiary education. We are standing ready to provide additional support other than just the books you will receive here today. Little counseling if we can, assistance if your SBs if we can. We want you to succeed because we see your success as a success of Dominican students, of the Dominican human resource.
The DOWASCO scholarship program started in 2007 but stopped soon after as a result of financial constraints. The program resumed in 2014. So far, 8 students have benefited from the program.
Finally, the Leo Club of Dominica has chosen 3 young students to be recipients of part scholarships for a year.
The club's early childhood committee began its 2015-2016 Leoistic year by fulfilling its purpose in serving the less fortunate in communities around the island. The recipients are Tishana Alexander of Silver Lake, attending the Roseau Primary School, Dejanelle Fabian, attending the Granbury Primary School, and Kiwan Hale of Petit Savan Preschool. The PAD scholarship was awarded based on financial need. The scholarship included items such as school uniforms, shoes, school bags, and lunch bags. Additionally, each child will receive a few stationery items. The club will host a fundraising concert next week for the Grotto Home. It is scheduled for Harlem Plaza with performances from local gospel artists and groups.
That's news. Sports facilities promised for Saldivar constituency. That and more in the sports highlights next.
Steve Smith will take the spotlight after Australian Test captain Michael Clarke takes his final bow at the end of the Ashes series. Steve Smith was announced as the man next in line to take up Australian captaincy when Clarke steps aside. David Warner will be at his side as his trusty vice. Clarke confirmed his retirement at the end of the fourth Ashes Test in Edgbaston in rather noble fashion.
You never want to walk away from the game, but I think my performances in this series and over the last 12 months have not been acceptable to me. You know, I pride myself on, I guess, leading from the front, so that's been disappointing. And I think you build yourself up for the big tournaments, the big series. You know, one-day cricket is about the World Cup, and Test cricket is about the Ashes. And you know, I certainly tried my best. The boys have tried their best. We got outplayed, we got beaten, and now it's time for, you know, the next generation of players or the next captain to have his opportunity to try and build the team and get them ready for the next Ashes series.
Solar lights and a number of other developments are being promised for sports facilities of the Salibia constituency. Parliamentary Representative Cassius Daru revealed at a town hall meeting there Thursday night that a number of initiatives were expected to kick off this financial year.
I can assure you, my constituents, that in this financial year, we will see the solar lighting of Jolly Johns, so that our sports enthusiasts can continue to appreciate and practice in sporting activities after sunset. $30,000 has been allocated for the development of a pavilion at Jolly Johns, and thanks to one of my Chinese friends that we have developed a concept design which will be presented to the local authorities for their input. All other sporting facilities such as the Sineku, Gullet River and Concord playing field will be given attention. The Atkinson Playground will be redeveloped to facilitate sporting activities. The basketball court destroyed in the days of the UWP will be reconstructed. Sports will be revamped to ensure we go and grow healthy lifestyles.
Organizers of the Domlek Roseau Valley Football League are counting their blessings after another successful league. League coordinator John Joseph spoke to Channel 5 Sports ahead of Sunday's league final.
For this season, this year we have been very fortunate to have some good weather, and that's, as a result, you see that the league lasted just about a month and a half. And this was very good because, and again, we had some improvement in the lighting facilities, so we were able to play all during the week. And that's an improvement. So every year we try and do some level of improvement, have some level of improvement that will increase the standard of the league.
Joseph noted that discipline of players was another improvement this year.
I think you will find one or two areas, of course, that need improvement, and there were one or two incidents that we would prefer not happen. But I think in terms of player discipline and team discipline, it was very good this year. It has improved over last year, and we're looking forward to the next year that we see further improvement and so on.
Kairi FM Old School made good the protest action to have their third semi-final game against Police Sports Club replayed, turning the tables on their opponents. Old School edged past Police in that controversial game Thursday night in Massac 58-53. Ronald Abraham Jr. topped the night's performances after being excluded from the previous squashed game with Beast Game 14 points and 14 rebounds in the low-scoring encounter. Bert Benjamin also added 14 points to the Old School tally along with veteran Levi Barron's 13. Miguel Blanchard bucketed 14 for the police, the only man to get into double figures. Old School will now meet Elijah Law Chambers Thunderers in Game 1 of the Division 1 final on Saturday at Massac. And domino action in the White Oak Rum Domino League is coming to a close. Delvin Esprit has this report.
The White Oak Rum final round of competition moved to 3 venues this Saturday at 7 p.m. Domino players from the areas of Scottsdale, Soufrière, Gallia and Port Michel will meet at Marshall's Bar in Port Michel. Domino players from the areas of Edmonton, Girodale, Louvier and Newtown will meet at Cambridge Bar in Newtown, whilst domino players from the areas of Warner, Campbell, Taru, Chimit, Mao, Magdat, Kingsfield, Fonkole, Pottersville, Roseau and Baptiste will meet at the Google Primary School Auditorium. The grand finals will take place next week Sunday on the Nehru Beach. The winners will get a chance to play for $10,000.
Shower and thunderstorms this weekend. More details in your weather report next.
Good evening, Dominica, and welcome to tonight's weather broadcast. I'm your presenter, Marshall Alexander. We begin by taking a look at earlier infrared satellite imagery and what it showed. Some areas of convection to the northeast and south of the region. This is in association with a tropical wave. Now, taking a look at earlier radar imagery and what it indicated. Scattered showers mainly across the northern portion of the region. Tonight's weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with some scattered showers. However, by tomorrow, there is a possibility of isolated thunderstorms mainly during the earlier part of the day, with a gradual improvement in conditions expected by late afternoon. Sea conditions are expected to be moderate in open water with waves peaking near 7 feet. Conditions for the next 3 days: cloudy conditions with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms expected during the earlier part of tomorrow. However, as we move into Sunday and Monday, partly cloudy skies with a few brief scattered showers can be expected. Looking at the bigger picture, cloudy conditions with showers and thunderstorms expected across the northern portion of the region, with cloudy conditions with some scattered showers expected across the southern portion of the island chain. Our international cities forecast: clear skies expected in New York and Beijing, with some thunderstorm activity expected in Miami and Caracas, and cloudy conditions expected in London. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:50 a.m. and sunset will be at 6:29 p.m. Please remember that we are in the hurricane season. For more information, you can call the Weather Hotline at 447-5555 or visit our website at weather.gov.dm. Thanks for viewing. Have a good weekend.
To end the news, the headlines again. Welfare Division wants to strengthen its hand against fathers who neglect to pay child support. More than 700 prospective students apply to State College in anticipation of 2015 CXC CSEC results and a small business development fund for the Kalinago territory. Feel free to send your questions and comments to news@marpin2k4.com. On behalf of the production team, I am Edona Baptiste. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.